Going on, everybody? It's Clay here with CR Performance. Today I'm going to be showing you guys what I can do for your stock Jeep and how we can make it feel like it's more of a performance Jeep instead of the slow Jeep that you have right now. Now, with what we end up doing first, I'm going to take you through a stock tune file for this 2014 Jeep Wrangler 3.6 liter V6, and I will be comparing it to what I call my street tune. This is a more performance tune. I also have a tune for off-roading. I can make it feel where the Jeep actually has less throttle response, and I can make a Jeep where it has like max throttle response, where you're kind of just tapping it and the Jeep's like, oh, you want to go. Yeah. So you can do it either way. You tailor it to what you're using your Jeep for, whether it be riding on trails where it's a lot more rocky, or you're riding in the mud or in the sand, or if it's just, the Jeep stays on the road and you just wanted something with a little bit more throttle response. So I'm showing you this, like, what I call a street tune right now. So it's just a lot more throttle response, changed a couple of the shift points. What you can see with it, in terms of stuff I change, I'm going to change your power enrichment tables. Now, most of this stuff, it just has to do with and as you can see, this is the difference for the tuned file that I have, but this has to do with your throttle response. So here's your stock file. So that's what we do. We take your stock file and basically give you a lot more throttle response with your base tune. And this also are the two tables that are also changing that as well. On the transmission side, now, I'm going to make a separate video that's going to show you all of the things I can do for your transmission. This is the tip of the iceberg, and this is literally just changing one of your downshifts. You'll definitely notice it because that gear is long and usually in Jeeps, but with this you'll notice it a little bit in your performance. And then your shift timing, I bump it up a little bit so you can get a little bit more into the power band with your stock Jeep. Now, I didn't talk about it much, but what I can do as well, and this is something else that we change, but this is an 87 tune, so 87 octane regular pump gas, not for 91, not for 93. If you want me to tune for that, we definitely can, but I will say if you have a stock Jeep and you don't have any power adders, or you don't have any, like a cold air intake, you don't have an upgraded exhaust, you're not really going to notice a difference. Your engine can run a little bit better if you run it with premium all the time and you allow me to put more timing in it, but that's kind of what these table changes are for. A couple of these tables we just zero out. They're from the factory that way to sort of be like extra protection for the engine that a bunch of people way smarter than me have deemed that it's not really necessary, and they just zero out the table. So that's what we do as well. Along with that, we can give you a little bit more response with your power enrichment. So what the power enrichment is, most of this stuff is your delay, or with your throttle, like actually determining your position of your foot sensor, of your throttle sensor. The power enrichment is an actual delay that's built in that we can help get rid of. So that way you have all of the power enrichment as soon as you want it. So that's kind of the base example of what I can do for your Jeep in terms of tuning it to have better throttle response, be better at the shift points. Now, whether you want it for more sand, off-road, rock crawling, more on the street, that's where we kind of get more into depth of how we can change this certain tune. Like I said, this is specifically for a Jeep that doesn't really see off-road much, kind of for the street, no big deal. Some people just want it for a daily driver, and that's okay. So that's what this tune is for. Next videos, I'm going to be getting more into like a transmission tune where it's a full out, I'm changing shift pressures, I'm changing shift timing. We're getting into like unlocking a Jeep where you're going to really notice the difference on top of this increased throttle response and stuff like that. So other than that, thanks for tagging along, guys. I appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.